holla at your boy. Bah! I wish I still drank. Honestly, drinking was fun. So you smoke a little weed when you drink, perfectly fine. It's great. Man, I just got got shit that I need. Hey, have a good night, man. Look, hey, you're beautiful. I mean that. No problem, darling. Seatbelt, drive safe. I love making people laugh. I love making people smile. It's so awesome. You know, positive energy. It makes me happy, you know. In a way, I'm selfish in a positive sense because it makes me feel good. Making someone smile and making them feel good. Whenever I say, can I get a smile? Everyone smiles. It's contagious. It's awesome. You know. Smoking on Marlboro. You know. I'm glad I got some film today of me panhandling because, you know, I got some video of the life, you know? Video of the life and shit. You know how it goes. And it was a 10. That was a score. That was a fucking score. I slept right over there on the ground for a while until it got dark. But it's really warm tonight. I hope this Indian summer lasts a long time too. For the past couple of years, it's been Indian summer. It's been warm up until like November, which is amazing. No, it got cold. It got cold in late October. Like at nighttime it was cold, but during the daytime it was super nice. So I'm hoping that it's like this again this year. Hey, how you doing, sir? I mean, I don't like global warming, obviously. Who likes global warming? We don't want that. But at least it's good weather. You know what I mean? At least it's good weather. Yeah. I can't believe I turned 27. Golden birthday. I hope this birthday tomorrow, I hope tomorrow's better than last year's. You know? I don't know. Hello. Last year I was in jail. A year ago today I was in jail. And I hope I get that guitar tomorrow. As soon as I get that guitar, I'm off the street, man. I got something to work on. I have the path that I want to be on. You know what I mean? I have the tool that I need. You know what I mean? And the reason I never had a place or anything like that is because I was just so dedicated to guitar and getting to the skill level that I'm at and making music. You know, I loved it so much that I was never like, you know, like everyone else in society, you know, getting a place and stuff like that. And I work job. I have great work ethic. I'm a little sober. First job I had was at Bunzel's on 89th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Now, you know, when I started working there, I would go down to the other place that they had where they processed the meat, where they packaged it and everything like that. And I was in the back of the room or the back of the building, just, you know, putting the sausages in a little plastic bag about, you know, that big, and then putting them on that thing and then sealing them. Did that for like 8 hours straight every day. And then they kept saying, "Oh, you're not ready for deer season." I was like, "Fuck is deer season?" You know. And when deer season came, the first day I went down, and it was a different location. It was a little bit farther. I could just walk. I was able to walk to work. I was living with my grandparents at the time. So when deer season came, I walk there and I go in the back, and there were just dead deer bodies everywhere. And they gave me a hacksaw, and they said, "All right, cut the heads off, cut the legs off right here. Take this hook. There's a little part on the back of a deer leg where you hook the leg." And they said, and then you drag it and you put it in the freezer. I was stacking bucks like, dude, this high, right? There were 150 that came in, around 150. I did 120 of them myself. And then there was a certain way you would cut the horns off so people could, you know, put it on the wall. Hello. And dude, it was great. My first job. I walked home as if it was a murder scene. It was, I had blood all over me every day from carrying the deers in the fucking freezer. And I was stacking deers that were like 120 pounds, like this high, dude. It was crazy. It was the first job I had, and then I worked at Harley Davidson. And that was cool because I got to wash bikes and everything. And I washed a bike that was signed by the Harley Davidson family, and I got to see the rarest Harley Davidson ever. There's only 20 of them ever made because of the color of the bike. It's like a matte green finish. Such an amazing bike. And they allowed us to drink afterwards. And then I did roofing with my dad. And roofing was on and off. I didn't put shingles on. I tore shit off. And, I would clean the garbage and shit like that. But, what's another job I had? I worked at Walgreens. On Layton Avenue in Greenfield. That was a great job because I was a cashier. I loved making people smile. Hey, have a good night, man. And I also worked at the doghouse. It's right down the street, right over there. That was a good job too. I worked there for about 2 months. Yeah. I like cashier jobs. Those are nice jobs. Super easy. And I like working in the morning time, so you have the rest of the day to yourself and stuff. Yeah. Then, I've worked on farms and stuff like that, and everything, and, yeah. I tried getting a job at Pizza Shop one time. It's right down on Farwell, but they wanted me to work third shift. So I was like, fuck that, because I was living on Sherman and Lisbon at the time, and I couldn't get on the bus. It was too late for me to get on the bus. And it was during the winter time, so I wasn't about to just sit outside and wait for the fucking bus. I was dedicated to work when I was working at the hot dog joint because, dude, multiple times I got on the wrong bus, and the bus driver told me that I was on the right bus every time, but I wasn't. I had to walk a mile just to get on the street to walk another mile, and it was fucking freezing cold out. Oh, it was terrible, bro. But I still made it to work. Can you spare anything on the way out? Can you spare any change tonight, sir? I like the fit, by the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I prefer cashier jobs a lot more. You get to talk to people and stuff like that. And I did dishwashing. I've done a lot of dishwashing, work and stuff like that. Roofing was the most difficult job I ever had. The most fun job I ever had was Walgreens, the most fun job I ever had was doing cashier stuff. The lamest job was dishwashing. When I was working, I worked at El Peso. One time, right? Let me see if this is... Okay, it's still recording. I worked at El Peso, and one time, dude, they gave me someone else's check on accident, and I went to the I didn't even look at the check to see my name or anything. I was like, okay, cool, that's my check, whatever. Did thing twice. I went to the what the fuck is it called? Check cash place. And the check cash place cashed that check, and I gave him my ID, but it was the wrong fucking name. And El Peso tried to fucking wash their hands clean of it and say it was my fault when he was the one that fucked up and gave me the other dude's check. It was like $1,000. It was crazy.
Even with the plate.
They tried to blame me. It was fucked up, man. I never got in trouble for it or anything like that. I'm pretty sure check cashing place in El Peso had to work that out on their own because it was dude's fault, And it was check cashing place's fault because they cashed a check that was not my name, and they checked the ID too. That's just, how does that happen? How can that be my fault?
Okay.
when all the security measures were fucked up. You know what I mean? All the security protocols weren't well fucked up at the check cashing place. And then dude gave me a long check. How is that? How could that be my fault? You know what I mean? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. How you doing tonight? I really hope I get this guitar tomorrow. You know, and hopefully I can get it a little amplified. As soon as I can, I want to go down to Chicago, man. Fuck. As soon as I can. As soon as I can. Yeah. That'd be fantastic to go to Chicago tomorrow. Just get out of the city for a while. Get out of Milwaukee. You know? Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yep. I will see you later. Thank you.